All right, it is Divine Masculine Day. Hello, Divine Feminine. Oops. It is time for another Divine Masculine reading. And I'm always honored that you guys are here to watch them. So thank you so much for supporting our channel. And if you could like and subscribe, it would be extraordinarily beneficial to us. We're trying to grow right now. We're almost to 1,000 subscribers. We're super excited about meeting that milestone. And if you have not already done so and wouldn't mind helping us out, your subscription and your like would be extraordinarily appreciated by us. We want to reach as many people as possible. And so if you like our readings and you like our content, please let us know by hitting that like button and by subscribing. We do have some specials going on right now too in the description box below. I'll talk about them a little bit later. But we have some coupon codes and some good deals going on right now. So check us out in the description box below for that. All right, so if you're here, you are on a twin flame journey. Twin flame journey is a good name for it, although I like it, but I like the idea of thinking of it more as your ascension path. You've reached a place in your ascension right now where you have attracted in your twin flame. And this is an important part of your ascension because it really ignites you and wakes you up to your divinity. And this is a really big deal, you guys. Now, not because you're meant to have some romantic relationship with them, although romance is definitely involved. It's something so much greater than that, okay? And it happens to each and every one of us in very different ways. My path, my awakening, the way that it's showing up for me isn't going to be the way that it's going to show up for you or anyone else's. Now, that doesn't mean that we can't help each other out along the way. We're absolutely meant to. As twin flames, we're supposed to do all kinds of, work that benefits the world and the universe, okay? All of us, well, not just twin flames, everybody, right? We're all here for that purpose. But you've gotten to a place right now where you are at a pretty unique place in your journey. It's going to be difficult to find information outside of yourself to give you guidance. Excuse me, I'm about to sneeze. Excuse me. It's going to be, difficult to find information outside of yourself to give you answers. Now, that is important to understand because you're going to be really tempted, which is why you're here watching this reading. And I get it. I totally understand. Seeking outside of yourself is not bad, mind you, either, okay? But you are not going to find the answers that you're truly seeking outside of yourself, and there is a purpose for that. It is because this part of your journey is all about going within, okay, Divine Feminine? This is all about going within. Now, Divine Feminine energy, which is what you are, most likely, if you're here watching this reading, you're probably Divine Feminine energy. Why do I say that? Because typically it's the Divine Feminine that goes through the awakening in the manner in which you are, which, this includes the dark night of the soul, suddenly watching tarot readings, getting really involved in the spiritual community, trying to understand and learn and grow. This is typically the way that the Divine Feminine experiences it. Doesn't mean that there will never be crossover between the Divine Masculine and the Divine Feminine in this way. There absolutely can be. The Divine Masculine can very much be experiencing similar things in their awakening because, yes, they do go through an awakening as well. But the thing is you represent the Divine Feminine energy, which is receptive or negative polarity energy. Now, Your divine masculine is the positive polarity, and it's important to understand how this works because divine feminine energy is always receptive. Now, each and every single one of us does contain both masculine and feminine energy. Really, it's positive and negative polarity, right? Each one of us has that. People call it divine masculine, divine feminine, and have throughout the ages because it's easy to understand that way. And the physical genders are a representation on the physical level of that same creative energy that the universe uses in duality, which is the positive and negative polarities. The twin flame journey, though, is not about gender, and it's important to point this out. Sometimes we can get confused by saying divine masculine and divine feminine because these are archetypes, right? And in these archetypes, we oftentimes think of male or female. Again, male and female is part of that archetype, but each one of us, male or female, has masculine and feminine or positive and receptive energy within us. This is the Kundalini energy that you're learning about or have already learned about. And if you haven't, well, look into it because it's an important part of the process. But you're experiencing this masculine and feminine energy with your twin flame in a polarized experience, okay? And this is to wake you up to this aspect, this rung on the ladder, this stair on your stairway to heaven, which is your ascension process. So your divine masculine is actually a stabilized and fixed push energy, okay? If you are in your masculine energy, which again, this has nothing to do with gender and everything to do with polarity. Divine feminine is the receptive energy. You're going to hear over and over again, divine feminine, you need to go within. Divine feminine, you need to stop, chasing after your divine masculine. That is because those are positive polarity qualities, and you are required to embrace your divine feminine, which is to become the receptive energy that you are meant to be in this twin flame dynamic. Okay? You've probably never heard it explained quite like that before, which is fine, but you're going to hear little bits and pieces of it, and you'll see if you do some research that that I know what I'm talking about right now. You're going to find this in the spiritual community, and it is extremely important to understand because, again, this stage of meeting your twin flame is awakening you to the energy that you are, and understanding how that energy works and how it's polarized in duality is part of your twin flame ascension process, okay? So I'm going to leave it there. In all of my readings, you're going to hear me talking to you about the divine masculine. However, I'm going to be encouraging you as the divine feminine to step out of that energy and be receptive to source. That's where you're going to find your answers, and to just wrap it and loop it back around. The reason you can't find answers for you outside about the twin flame journey very easily, and everything's going to look different, and it's going to seem so mysterious, and every single time you think you're, finding your way to the center by looking outside of yourself, you're going to find it's going to be a dead end. Why? It's this way by design, because the only place that you can find answers on your twin flame journey is inside of yourself. It's to go within. You have to embrace being the receptive energy, divine feminine, and allow source to come in and move within you. The answers you are seeking outside of yourself are only to be found within you. They already exist within you. It's just you got to stop looking outside of yourself. Go into the only place that you haven't looked yet, which is inside, okay? All right, the bottom of the deck today. The energy that we have is 9 of Arrows. 9 of Arrows. All right, so let's see what we got going on in Divine Masculine's world today. This little rascally critter. Rascally little booger, right? All right, so I should just say really quick before I start, this deck is a little bit different. So arrows are swords, bows are wands, stones are coins or pentacles, and vessels are cups. And, you know, when it gets into the major arcana, you know, it's going to look a little bit different, but I'll explain to you what these things are as we go through this deck, okay? So with Nine of Arrows being the overall energy for this reading today, it looks like our Divine Masculine is probably feeling a lot of anxiety. There's some grief and depression going on. They're probably even having nightmares. It seems that they're having a lot of dreams right now. You know, it really seems like they're having a lot of dreams that have to do with like 5D reality. And maybe these dreams are extremely intense. These dreams are definitely extremely intense for the Divine Masculine, and they're not exactly sure what the meaning behind them are, but they feel extraordinarily real to your Divine Masculine. And that is causing them some trouble because maybe they're seeing certain things that they don't necessarily like, but then they're also seeing this like wonder and beauty of what could be. I have a feeling that this connection between the two of you is what has sparked this experience. Something's going on with you, Divine Feminine. I can see it in the reading that is causing the Divine Masculine to experience these dreamlike states. Probably most likely when they're sleeping, but they may even be having some of these like feelings of almost like a feeling like there's something deeper than this 3D reality. And maybe they're having flashes or glimpses, little revelations into like a 5D reality. And it's actually stressing them out a little bit because I think that they don't really know why it's happening. So in recent past, your Divine Masculine has been very involved in the system, okay? Working a lot, trying to meet certain goals. It's been very, very 3D oriented, very matrix oriented. You know, wanting to, you know, climb the ladder at work, wanting more respect in the line of business. Probably also things to do with wanting respect within their family unit and friends, you know, kind of a keeping up with the Joneses mentality. And it's really been it's been a heavy burden for your Divine Masculine to carry the weight of the world on their shoulders, you know. They're like, you know, Atlas carrying the globe, you know, just feeling like they have all this responsibility to themselves, to meet expectations, to live up to other people's ideas and standards, and, you know, and to meet these demands. And so it's been a lot, and they're probably starting to burn out a little bit. Let's look at what's going on with the Karmic and see if these cards relate. So we have Ace of Arrows, which is Ace of Swords, and then Four of Cups here. They are really, with this right here, this is like new ideas and mental clarity. However, there's also conflict. It's like there's like new conflict, right? Something that was unexpected kind of like threw a wrench into their plans. And then there's boredom here. They're not happy. They're feeling a lack of direction. This also has like new outlook involved in it as well. So new ideas are coming to them probably as a result of this feeling of stagnation, feeling like there's conflict, like something is conflicted within them. Not necessarily conflict. It's probably showing up as conflict in their 3D reality because, you know, our inner world creates our outer world, but it's an inner conflict that is creating all of this. And there's some kind of resistance going on in your Divine Masculine. They want to take a new direction. They're just not satisfied with what they've got right now. It's not as hard as they have been freaking working. The outcome isn't in alignment with the desire. Maybe they have achieved certain goals that they thought. That's what I'm really feeling from this. They've achieved certain goals that they thought were going to bring them happiness and fulfillment. But now that they have these things, they're like, this didn't bring me the joy and the happiness that I expected it to. Whether it's material items, growing in the business that they wanted to, or the relationships that they have, they've reached these pinnacle moments. They've got the status that they were looking for, or the material items that they wanted, yet they're still not happy. And so now it's leaving them with this conflicted energy inside of them that's like, wait a second, I thought this is what I wanted, but this isn't what I want. So now they have no other choice but to go in and kind of look at that and go, well, what is it that I do actually want then? If this isn't going to bring me the joy and the happiness that I thought, what will? And how do I get that? And that's actually a good step in an ascension process to get to. It's a difficult one because, it takes a lot of work to get there. And then to find out that you're not reaping the rewards that you thought you would, even though you got the reward, you're not happy. You're like, wait a second, what's the point of all of this then? And sometimes it's in that void and that nothingness that we kind of gain that new insight of well, maybe this then, it births some new creative idea or venture that gets us closer to the center and the truth of who we really are. So it may appear like a bad thing to the divine masculine, but in actuality, it's a good thing. All right. Well, I suspected something along these lines when I saw the overall energy for this reading today. After their encounter with you, divine feminine, I don't know if, and I don't even know that it matters. Some of you may have experienced a complete ghosting. Some of you may have experienced a sort of back and forth, very unpredictable energy from your divine masculine. Maybe they were there and then they weren't, or they'll make plans and then they cancel, or they're being elusive or mysterious. They're not, you can tell they're holding something back, but they're not divulging the information and participating in the kind of communication that would be necessary in order to have some kind of a healthy relationship. And it's probably caused you a tremendous amount of stress, divine feminine. But what I'm seeing taking place with these cards right here is that right here, this is the devil, just so you know. And then this one right here is 2 of Swords. So they know that they need to make a compromise. They took this energy from you and brought it back over here into whatever the karmic situation is that they're dealing with. And it has given them so much to contemplate and think about. They're like, okay, I've worked so hard to get this, family unit and to build this life, with the white picket fence and the car and the nice house and the amazing job and, all these things that give me status, yet inside I'm miserable. You can live in a beautiful kingdom and be miserable, or be in a cardboard box and be happy. It's all about what's going on inside of you, not what's going on outside of you. And your divine masculine experienced something extraordinary when they encountered you, whether it was for a brief period of time or for a longer period of time. Something about this relationship, and you know what it is, divine feminine, because you're the divine feminine. But to them, they're like, something about this is different. And so they've had to go back and really do some soul searching. They recognize that materialism, things like being envious of others, this keeping up with the Joneses mentality, jealousy, addictions to working and, maintaining a certain what's the word I'm looking for? Maintaining a certain like status or appearance. That's the word I'm looking for, is appearance for others. They've been like addicted to that. There's been greed and just like carnally minded desires. Okay. Things that are just very base in this world. And that's not that those things are wrong. It's not wrong to want certain things, okay? To have a nice car or a family or a nice house or a great job. Those are not bad things. Those are actually really good things. But if we think that those are the things that are going to bring us happiness, then we're missing the mark. And that's what it means to be carnally minded. It's focused outside of yourself for gratification and glory. And the encounter with you was such a spiritual one that it has ignited something in the divine masculine that has made them realize that happiness cannot be achieved outside of yourself. It has to come from within. You know, you can be miserable or happy in a mansion and miserable or happy in a cardboard box on the beach, right? It's all the inner world that creates our experience of the outer world. They may not be 100% conscious of the process of how this works, but they are definitely like tuning in to the fact that that's what's going on. And as a result, they know that they need to change something. Something needs to change. They need something inside of them needs to change. Now, this is happening, Divine Feminine, because you're recognizing that there's something inside of you that needs to change, which is also the exact same thing, but it just looks different. See how that works, right? You are the receptive, beautiful, divine feminine energy, seeking something outside of yourself. And when you do that, your divine masculine runs from you because it's like two north poles. They repel each other, right? You have to go in and create that balance within yourself by embracing that suppressed part of you and just let go. But the suppressed part is the spiritual connection that you have to source. We've all been there, okay? That's just the way that this world teaches us. As a matter of fact, I think we come here just to experience this. That is the purpose of your journey here right now, along with your divine masculine, is to let go of the rope, like my sweet Brent always says. And you should go watch that video. We have a video about that. If you don't know what letting go of the rope is, go watch our story time video about that. But letting go of the rope means just allowing like that faith and that trust that the universe has your back, and tuning in to your sixth sense and the fifth element. Okay? I'm going to do a video about that this week. I got one coming out tomorrow about perception. Okay? And then I've got another one coming out this week about, you know, what the fifth and the sixth elements are. Okay? So I hope you guys will tune into those because they're going to be good. All right. Currently, Divine Feminine, we have Queen of Cups. So Queen of Cups, nurturing, healing, support. Divine Masculine is looking for this in their life. As a result of everything that has happened, they're actually going to the right place for this, which is within themselves. They're giving themselves the space and the time that they need to process everything that's just happened. And so if there is any kind of, you know, what you would call like physical separation between the two of you, it is merely because of this. And it's not because they're doing it on purpose, like, oh, I can't be around Divine Feminine because I can't do this with Divine Feminine here. No, this is like the universe coming in to give you guys the space that you both need, because if your Divine Masculine needs it, Divine Feminine, you need it too. Okay? And because one doesn't happen for the other without both of them. You know, you guys are mirrors to each other, like I said. Sometimes it's more like a reverse mirror, but there is mirroring going on. It's just that how it represents itself in the 3D world, it's going to look different for you guys, and it may seem like it's unrelated when in actuality it isn't. So space is being given to the Divine Masculine because it's what they really need. And during that period of time, Divine Feminine, if you really look at yourself, you know you need it too. So take advantage of it, okay? Take advantage of it and go within, because that's the purpose of this journey. This twin flame leg or rung or stair of your journey. All right. In the karmic situation, we have 8 of Wands in reverse and then also Justice. So what I see happening here is Divine Masculine has had lots of problems, as we know, has been dealing with a lot of frustration, has had to really go in and do some serious soul searching. And in some ways they see a light at the end of the tunnel, but in other ways they just see a lot of delays because there's an impatience in Divine Masculine that they want results and they want them now. And if they don't get them, they have a tendency to beat themselves up because of the kind of personality type that they are. They think that they should be able to control all these things outside of themselves. But it's, you know, they still need some work as far as realizing that in order to control the outside world, we first have to learn to control the inner world. Okay, in Divine Feminine, that's what you're doing. You're learning how to control the inner world. And as a result, your Divine Masculine will kind of start to like just naturally and instinctively do the same thing. But right now, there's still some back and forth chaos going on. And if you look at yourself, you probably have that too, which is why you're seeing it represented in this, 3D experience that you're having with your Divine Masculine. But the thing is this 8 of Wands coupled with Justice, there's like a very deep and spiritual natural law that is being learned between the two of you right now, which is cause and effect, right? The inner world is the cause and the outer world is the effect. That's a big one right there, you guys. I just gave you a key. Okay? Solutions, having a win-win, coming out on top, the truth being revealed. All these things happen when we go inside and balance ourselves out. So Divine Masculine still has quite a bit of work to deal with. And the karmic situation that they're in, believe it or not, is 100% placed there to give them the ability to be able to like see that and to learn. So this is a lesson right here. All this karmic stuff is just a lesson. That's what karma is. It's for us to learn. The universe gives us what we need before it can give us what we want. The universe wants to give us what we want, but in order to get what we want, we have to be able to focus hardcore and hone in on the bullseye. And a lot of times we're distracted by all kinds of crap. And so our karma shows up to show us what our crap is so that we can get rid of it and hone in on what we want. It gives us what we need to evolve, to be in alignment with what we want. All right, so here we have King of Wands and the Fool. Okay, the Shaman is the Fool. We've got, this is actually a cool combo right here. This is the way that Divine Masculine sees and views and experiences you. They see you as kind of like a shaman, all right? They see you as the adventurous one that, doesn't get held back by fear and is ready to just like take chances and, move forward. And they recognize that there is something within you that leads you that is beyond logic, okay? And they don't know why they believe in you so deeply, but they do. They do, and they really just see you as a leader. With this King of Wands right here, leadership, power, being really charming, having courage. Like, you embody certain attributes or, skill sets that your Divine Masculine feels like they don't have. And so there's a deep, deep admiration for you. And it's like, they're all like logical and, trying to figure things out at the level of the mind. And they see that there's something else in you that it's like so mysterious to them. It's so mysterious to them. Real quick, before we move on to the future, I do want to mention we have some specials going on right now. So go visit the-conduits.com. We have 40% off of our tarot readings, all of our tarot readings right now, which is really awesome. That's pretty inexpensive. So if you're interested in a personal tarot reading, please go check it out. Right now is the right time to buy. We also have 10% off of our personal coaching calls. All of our one-on-ones are 10% off. And we have group calls that are phenomenal. We've got some like posts on our YouTube that are showing up what our upcoming topics are. So we discuss some pretty amazing things in our group calls. And then you also get the opportunity to network with others. So if you want to meet other people that are on their journey and have the opportunity to talk with them and share experiences and share your own experience, the group call is a phenomenal place to do that. So check us out, the-conduits.com. And again, if you have not already, please like and subscribe because it really, really helps us. And we're almost to 1,000. We really, really want to get there. We're super excited about it. And, once we get there, maybe we can find something special that we can do as a thank you to everyone. But anyway, let's get into what's going on with you and your divine masculine in the future here. All right, it looks to me like divine masculine is taking a break from all things related to the 3D world. They're taking a break from the karma stuff and just taking a little bit longer to focus in on themselves. This is like stage 3 of this process for them, okay? This was stage 2, going within. This was stage 2, being confused and not knowing what's going on. This is stage 3 where like some serious clarity and like will to take action toward what is truly wanted with new knowledge and wisdom. This is where this is taking your divine masculine. You're going to get there before them. That's just the way that it works, okay? But they'll get there like an unconscious level, subconsciously they'll know. The reason why they'll subconsciously know is because you are the divine feminine, right? You are figuring that out and you're tuning into your subconscious. You're being the receptive energy. Your energy is part and connected to your divine masculines, which means that they're going to feel that on an intuitive level as well. Consciously, they're not going to 100% understand it, but subconsciously, they're going to start feeling it because you're tuning into you're mastering over that divine feminine, which is pretty freaking incredible. That's why you're such a badass. Something's going to happen in this karmic situation, and it's going to happen as a result of your divine masculine's inner world changing so dramatically over the past several months and the several months that are upcoming. It's going to be like a big giant tower moment kind of a thing for your divine masculine and the karmic relationships that they have. Probably many of them actually. And it's going to be because a repelling is going to take place because there's so many interchanges to divine masculine that are taking place that their energy is changing, and as a result they're not going to be in alignment with a lot of the things that they've attracted in. So those things are going to have to by necessity fall away. It's just the way that it works. When they're no longer resonating at the level that they were when they attracted these things in, they're going to fall away. And I'm not talking about them losing everything. What I'm talking about is just the relationships, the desires of the things that weren't really serving them well, that were attracted in karmically in order to teach them and help them evolve. They have evolved, and so now those things are no longer necessary. So they're falling away. It could be a relationship, it could be a job, it could be, that they decide to move, relocate. It could be a lot of different things. But changes are underway for divine masculine because their inner world has changed. So as a result, the mirrored outer world will change as well. Toward you, divine feminine, we actually have an interesting combo here. We have the Lovers in reverse, and we also have Judgment in reverse. And that is an interesting combo, okay? So it looks to me like there is some pretty serious breakup happening in your life or Divine Masculine's life. Something has been judged, and the cogs of the machine, the wheels of the machine are turning that create our outer world. And there has been like certain things that were denied. There's been like a fear of change between you and your Divine Masculine that is taking place. For you, it looks different than for them, but it's the same original fear within both of you, because you have that shared energy between the two of you. And so this shows me that there's some really big stuff, some giant events that are going to be taking place in your life that are moving you guys closer and closer to like a solid, pure alignment with one another. So don't be fearful of any changes that you see happening. Tune into that inner part of you that is neutral, that is present, that is connected to source, and transmute all that fear into love. Recognize that both sides of the coin are extraordinarily valuable. Don't get mixed up in half-truths, okay? Trust the universe. Be grateful for what you do have, and more of that will show up for you. All these changes are only taking place as a reflection of what we just talked about over here. You and your Divine Masculine are ascending, and you're ascending rapidly. And as you do, things that are no longer in alignment with the two of you being together are going to fall away. One last thing that's extremely crucial to understand about union and togetherness with your Divine Masculine. Do not give in to the mind, or what I like to call the Pied Piper, which is the mind, of expectations of what this should or should not look like. Okay? Union with your twin flame is something that you already are. You can't be separate from that which you already are, right? So allow these changes to take place. It's bringing in the inner world that your soul desires. There's a big difference between mind desire and soul desire. Okay? You're letting go of the illusions of the mind so that your soul can bring in what's truly desired into this world, which is what you came here for. It's your purpose, your mission in life. So don't be afraid of the changes that are taking place. It's getting you closer to where you really, truly want to be. All right, I'm going to use my Woodland Wardens Oracle deck and pull an Oracle card for you. I don't know why this seems like it would couple well with my tarot deck here. And thanks for being here, you guys. Please, again, like and subscribe. It helps us out a lot. We're so close. We really want to get there to 1,000. It's a big milestone for us. And we're so incredibly grateful to all of you guys who have been supporting our channel, who are showing up and watching them and encouraging us and, you know, helping each other and giving each other advice. And you guys are so amazing and so incredible. And we are so honored and blessed to be serving this community. We really are. It's what we love. It's our passion. You guys are our absolute passion in life. Like, I'm constantly researching this stuff. And, you know, I live, sleep, eat, breathe, you know, all of this spirituality, ascension, twin flames. So, you know, it is really my honor to be here to serve all of you. I'm extraordinarily grateful that you guys have given me the opportunity to be able to do that. So let's see here. What card do we have for you? Interesting. I have only used this deck like a couple of times, and I of all the cards, I've pulled this one before. I don't remember exactly what it was, but it's the Badger and the Ginkgo. The Badger and the Ginkgo. So let me find this. Hold on. All right, let's read this. Healing. Well, ginkgo is a sacred and ancient tree. Fossil records show the tree first arose in the Jurassic period millions of years ago. Native to Asia, the ginkgo is a symbol of peace and hope in China and can be seen in temples and gardens in Japan. The badger, in contrast, is known to be hot-headed and aggressive. Due to its speed and tendency to roam at night, the badger is often cast as a sinister shapeshifter in European and Asian folklore. Tempered by ginkgo, the badger invites us to reflect on the harm that we may have caused and seek to heal old wounds. Your actions may have hurt someone. Apologize and take steps to right your wrong, setting the stage for healing. Consider whether your own wounds have led you to inflict pain on others. If someone has hurt you, the person in question may not be aware of their wrong, but your pain is undeniable. Be gentle with yourself. Lick your wounds so they can heal properly. Excuse me, I don't know why I'm sneezing so much. I think that this card is a kind of a representation for both of you. I think pain is a part of the twin flame process, okay? We feel it, they feel it. That is an undeniable part of the process. You go through a dark night of the soul. But this pain is there not because of our twin flame. I mean, they're the ones that kind of ignite the switch, right? But the gasoline was poured already. Okay, the gasoline was poured all over both of you already. And when you meet your twin flame and you ignite each other, it's there to burn off all that crappiness that was put on you unfairly prior to your awakening. But the thing is what you'll realize is that all those things, that early foundation, was only put there to give you what you need on the later half of your journey, which is your mission, your life's purpose, your ability to be able to move in and help others and transmute that energy into something beautiful and amazing. So only you can bring into this world what you've been brought here to bring in. Nobody else can do it. It's your special mission, and that could be a lot of different things, okay? The possibilities are infinite. You will know, though. You will know, okay? It's going to become very, very clear to you. And it's going to become very, very clear to your divine masculine as well. So, just recognize that healing, that process is what's going through you guys right now. That's why the separation is given to you. It's time to reflect and to be able to grow and expand. This is an ascension, okay? So you're going from here to here. And, and then you're going to keep going with that. So trust the journey. I'm going to leave it on that. Trust the journey. It's so important to just trust this journey. That's your job, Divine Feminine. You do a phenomenal job at trusting the journey. I love you guys. I will see you guys tomorrow. And go check out our videos this week as they come out. I think you guys are going to like them. I will talk to you guys soon. Take care.